In the coming days, I expect to speak with Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov for the first time since the war began. I plan to raise an issue that's a top priority for us: the release of Americans Paul Whelan and Brittany Griner, who've been wrongfully detained and must be allowed to come home. We put a substantial proposal on the table weeks ago to facilitate their release. Our governments have communicated repeatedly and directly on that proposal. And I'll use the conversation to follow up personally and, I hope, move us toward a resolution.
Fred, what do we know about the details of this offer and if the Russians are receptive?
Well, you know, one of the things that I think that we could probably ascertain is if this offer has been on the table for a while and now the U.S. is making it public, it's not clear whether or not the Russians really have been receptive to it so far or whether or not they might be in some sort of rut and things aren't moving forward. The information, obviously, that we have is that possibly Victor Bout, the Russian arms dealer who's in custody in the U.S., serving a 24-year sentence for allegedly trying to kill Americans or conspiring to kill Americans, might be someone that the U.S. is willing to exchange. Now, that would be a big deal. That is someone that the Russians have wanted back for a very long time. They are calling him, the Russians are saying, that he's unlawfully detained in the U.S. He's obviously in a penitentiary in Illinois right now. The Russians have wanted him out for a very long time. So this would certainly be a pretty big thing for the U.S. to offer that up to try and get Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan out. Again, absolutely unclear in what time frame something like that could happen, how far along they currently are in this. Obviously, a lot of these talks will be going on behind the scenes. But if there's going to be direct talks between Secretary of State Blinken and the Russian foreign minister, obviously, and we're seeing this right now, this is something that's of the utmost urgency to the State Department, guys.